Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great and thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. Today on the menu we'll be making Gizdodo, or fried plantain and gizzard mixed in pepper sauce. My name is Hope and you're watching Tasty City. In here, I have my nicely washed gizzard, which I have already cut into bite sizes, and I'm using turkey gizzard, but chicken gizzard works as well. To season and to cook the gizzard, I've got Scotch bonnet pepper, I've got some garlic, ginger, I'll also be using onion, we also need some bay leaves. For spices, I'm using thyme, rosemary, curry powder, and nutmeg. Feel free to use any seasoning of your choice. In here, I've got some chicken seasoning powder. And lastly, I've got some salt to taste. To begin, I'll blend the onion, Scotch bonnet, ginger, and garlic. To begin the cooking process, we are going to season our turkey with some salt and chicken seasoning. Next, we are going to add in the bay leaves and the spices. Lastly, we are going to pour in our blended up ingredients. Next, we are going to rinse our blender with a bit of water, then cover and allow to cook on a medium heat till it is fully cooked. And this process should take about 20 or 25 minutes thereabout. For the pepper sauce, you will need red bell peppers, Scotch bonnet pepper, onion, and tomatoes. And here I'm using plum tomatoes. You can feel free to use any tomatoes of your choice, and also feel free to add the Scotch bonnet pepper according to the amount of heat you can handle. So basically what I'm doing is just preparing the pepper for blending. I'm going to deseed, then cut them into little chunks to enable the blending process. I'm going to be transferring everything I just introduced now into the blender. You can also use a food processor if you have one, and I'm going to be blending this into batches. This right here is the second star of this dish. So you want to use plantains that are ripe but not overripe, because if your plantains are overripe, then they will end up soaking a lot of oil during the frying process. So at this point, I'm just going to peel, then cut the plantains into my desired sizes. Mine have already been washed, so please make sure to wash yours properly as well. This is exactly how I'm going to be cutting the plantains, but however, feel free to cut them more smaller or bigger if you prefer. Just make this dish your own. At this point, the gizzards are fully cooked, so I'll take them off the stalk and set aside. For the rest of my ingredients, I have chopped onion to fry the pepper sauce. And to garnish, I have some mixed bell peppers, some purple or red onion, chopped carrots, and lastly, I've got some scallions or green onions. The next step will be frying the plantains, and here I have preheated some oil. I'm using sunflower oil, but feel free to use any oil of your choice. So I'm just going to carefully transfer the plantains into the hot oil, then fry on a medium heat till they are nice and golden brown. Now that they are ready, I'm just going to take them off the heat, then repeat same process with the remaining. So now I'm going to be frying the gizzard, and this step for me should take about 5 minutes. So it all depends on you how dry or soft you want the gizzard to be. The gizzards are nice and ready, and it took just about 5 minutes because I don't want mine to be too dry. So at this point, I'm just going to take them off the heat and set aside. Alright, my amazing family, so now we are ready to make our pepper sauce. In a clean dry pot, I'll be adding 2 cooking spoons of oil from the same oil we just used to fry the plantain and gizzards. And here I'm using a sieve just to avoid any burnt spices from the oil. Once the oil is nice and heated up, I'll go ahead and add my chopped onion, and I'm going to be sauteing this for about 3 minutes thereabouts. At this point, I'll season the oil with a bit of rosemary and curry powder, then saute for additional 30 seconds. Next, I'm pouring in the pepper mix, and I'm going to be frying this on a medium heat for about 30 minutes or till the sauce is properly fried. Alright, my amazing fam, so at this point the sauce is properly fried. As you can see, it has reduced from what we had earlier. So now I'm going to be adding in the carrot, because the carrot is the most toughest of all the vegetables I'm using. We're not going to be overcooking the carrot. We just want them to cook down a bit, just 2 minutes, because we still need the crunch in there. And I'll also be adding some of the gizzard stock, which I have already strained. And once that step is completed, I'm going to allow this to cook on a medium heat for just 2 minutes. And at this point, you also want to test your seasoning and adjust if needed. Now it is time to add in the plantains and gizzards, and we're going to be mixing this very well till they are nicely coated with the pepper sauce. So once the plantains and gizzards are nicely coated with the pepper sauce just like this, we're going to go ahead and pour in our vegetables. Mix well to combine, then turn off the heat immediately. But if you're not a fan of crunchy veggies, you can just allow it to simmer down for about 3 or 5 minutes thereabouts. So that's it for this recipe, my amazing farms, our Gizdodo recipe. You can serve this as an appetizer or serve this as a side dish over your Nigerian party jollof rice at your events. I hope you give this recipe a try, and if you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button there that says subscribe, and also turn on your notification post. That's where you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So thank you all so much for watching. Till I see you next time with something delicious. Stay blessed and bye for now.